how's it going? And in this completely not scuffed and hopefully everything is right the first time round stream, we have 10 more cars. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, completely seamless beginning to a stream, nothing scuffed here, perfectamundo from nothing else from me, apart from my ability to sprechen Sie Angles. We have quite an array of vehicles today, 3 of which are all from the same person as well, which is interesting. Turns out that one of the main ones didn't work, and something like that. So every car that was submitted that works, I believe, is in the stream today. Anyway, let's get around to saying hello to everybody in the chat. That is you, CX76, how's it going, bro? Javier, welcome back. B-Set Automotive, welcome back. Fanny, welcome back. Chromatic Schnitzel, I mean, you're not a member anymore, but I will say welcome back anyway. We've got Crownless here as well, who's apparently having issues with renewing membership. And anybody else? Is that about it? Hey, D. Hellman is here. They didn't have trouble with their membership. Brandon Teflon, welcome back, bro. Epic Demand as well, and that's about it. Okay. My sleeping pattern is so incredibly off whack that I was not going to be able to be awake for the time of my normal stream, so I offset it by about 12 hours. And you know what? I thought most of my viewers are Australian anyway, so let's give it a try. And we would also pick up a lot of like late night Americans as well if they wanted to join into a stream. So hopefully this is a much better fitting time for some people, and we'll see how it goes. Probably won't hang on to this one since we're not getting the normal sort of viewership. I just wanted to try it out as well. You no longer remember either? Yeah, I'm assuming Ringo's stuff right out. Yo, is that a car? No, this is multiple cars. Is that what you mean? You prefer this time? I mean, I don't mind it. It comes down to what my sleeping pattern is, really, for when I should do my streams, honestly. But yeah, let's get to and start reviewing the cars. First one we have is this, and I'm not really entirely sure what the ethos is here. Let's actually have a quick look. I don't usually do this, but this car is so middle of the road that I need to figure out what it was that their inspiration was here. Hey! Ringo! Thanks, bro. See, Ringo didn't have trouble with their membership. Yes, I am Australian. Could you not tell by the accent? I suppose I have been described fairly often as having no accent sort of thing, so I can understand that it can be a bit weird for some people, and especially if you're not Australian or American, or even British. If, you know what, a place where English is not your first language, I can see how that can be tricky to ascertain. It just looks like it's just a car. Alright. Oh, Ringo with the 5 more memberships handed out. Do we have a list of who they are? I'm pretty sure YouTube is meant to give me a list, but it's not doing it. And since we got 7 members here, I don't even know if there is 5 people here without memberships. We shall see. I think YouTube... Oh, there we go. Okay, they're coming through. Crownless is now... Oh. Crownless got the downgraded channel membership. Or is that the one you went for? That's fine. Sorry, I thought it was YouTube giving one of the 5 to you. Hey, it looks like C76 has gotten one now. Well done. Allow gifts? Wait, no. Oh, Crownless, you did. Wait. I'm confused. Now it's showing that Crownless has gotten it twice. Well, whatever. YouTube is doing some weird things. Apparently, Fonny is a member again, but not on my screen, so... I don't know, YouTube is doing weird things. Apparently, BSET wants one. I don't know how YouTube does it, to be honest. Ringo with the cash money. Yeah, just doing a little bit of this to all the members. Very much appreciated, and I'm also gonna go out on a limb here and guess that the people that are getting them are also appreciative as well. Just a hunch that I have. YouTube is being stupid like always. It's being quite weird. I just heard a straight piped GT3 GRS. Is that a Porsche? Because I don't really know much about them. Maybe you'll rejoin the stream? It's probably actually on my end that I'd have to refresh. I don't know. Anyway, we got this car. It's looking a little bit like a 3000 GT from the front. And the back looks... I mean, if it's meant to be British, right? Yeah, a British Roadster. I could guess that, yeah, that looks a little bit like it could be British. British went through like a no unique design sort of time period in the 90s, where their cars didn't really distinguish most of the time from other countries, really. They just created their own either bland or weird cars. Which is also probably part of the reason why their car company started to die in that time period. Broken muffler Civics. I don't know about in other countries. I know there's a big issue in America with Civics, but here in South Australia at least, the two cars that always do it, it's not very much Ford V8s, but Holden V8s, yes, and 6-cylinders will do shitty stuff to their exhaust, and Subaru owners. I hate Subaru owners. They're so goddamn irritating. BSET, please don't badger people. If you badger them, I'm going to tell them to not give you a channel membership, because that's uncool. For future reference, how would I zip a car file so I can post it on Reddit? Export it from automation. Done. If you unpack it in beamng, make sure to repack it with beamng and don't pack it yourself, because often that'll cause issues. Mylatin Subis, yeah, very, very common here. Very, very annoying. The whole like Hondas having the big loud exhausts was very much a 90s thing, and very quickly moved on to Subaru with things like the Imprezas and then pretty much everything else as well. I went to my first Cars and Coffees this morning. I kind of want to know if they have those here in South Australia. And I just so happened to be one of the biggest ones in my area so far this year. There are 500 cars, oh my god. Welcome Gage Dykstra, how's it going, bruh? Subaru, yeah, a little bit. Anyway, the details on the front here, I do like the fact that they've tried to like give the shape that they want by adding their own parts. Little bit of shading stuff. It almost looks like a weird Pokemon nose if the light catches it the wrong way. But from here it looks about alright. I do like it. It's fairly nice, fairly subtle. They've got the little bit of a lip here sort of thing that they've created. I think that is very fitting for the era. I do like it. Yeah, pretty good. Moving in, we got very era correct, or period correct, I should say, wheels on here. Nice looking. This music is really loud. I'm going to put my headset down. In my country, it's mostly Civics and BMWs. BMWs are one, not hugely common in South Australia, and two, rarely modified in South Australia. Going to the inside, we have vented 2-piston brakes. Not bad. Double wishbone. Okay, not meant to be a cheap car by the looks of it. And then a very interesting engine. So we have... This is just weird. This actually doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So what we've got is pushrod, cheap. Then we've got short cast, cheap. Then we've got low RPM manifold, which is not really cheap. It's a little unusual. They're cheap over there to stop with? Sounds about right. Apparently it's about 100 cars on average in my area. Let's have a look. Cars and coffee, Adelaide. What do we got? Unley and Blackwood. I don't know where either of those places are. Anyway. Yeah, unusual engine choice. This music almost sounds like straight up automation music. Coming down, wait, hold on, we don't have front drive, so this is just rear wheel drive. Very 90s-esque sort of thing. 2-piston. Yeah, I also find it interesting they went for not full-size brakes. That is very much a common car sort of thing. Most people don't bother with that, and they go like either full or close to full. So I very much appreciate the fact that you've tried to create some more realistic style brakes here. 2-piston, and then this is actually a very big exhaust to be coming out the back here. And then the back, nice detail. Not over-detailed and not too under-detailed. Just 90s, I feel. And I also like the idea, I've only just kind of clicked onto what it is I was looking at, because I couldn't really figure it out before. It looks like what they've got here is tail lights that fit in there, and then they've gone, we need like a sporty or a differentiating sort of model. So what they've done is they put the round lights inside of the existing tail light housing, which I think is pretty cool. It's what I think they did for the AU XR8. Am I mistaken there? No. EB XR8? Yeah. They had just basically the same sort of cutout area. They just put in a different grille and light housing sort of area. Would it be EF as well? Nope, this one also has its own, like, a full bumper. Oh, wait, no. No, the bumper comes around here. Okay, so that's just lights and grill area. Alright, so yeah, that sort of budget way of approaching things. Keep the stamped metal as uniform as possible. Very much appreciated. Try Googling cars and coffee events near me. I won't do that on stream, no. Because then that might show my address, and I don't want to do that. Netherlands, although I do live in a town that has... Oh, somebody was asking for area? Maybe this car stole parts, who knows? Third brake light, nice. Got the... Is that just meant to fill in the gap, or is that meant to be the convertible top part? Because wouldn't the convertible top part be like some sort of material, maybe? But that looks like it's... It looks like it's got like a clamshell that'll lift up, the roof comes out, and then that clamshell comes back down. Which is the sort of thing that you see more on steel roofs and not on, like, folding roofs and not on cloth roofs. Moving to the inside, we have correct side drive because this is British. But if it's a British sports car, why is it automatic? This had better be a GT car. 2 pedals, so that wasn't a mistake. Decent gauges. I mean, they've got everything in there. Sun visors, rearview vision mirror. I like the fact that they've chucked the number plate up on the dash. I don't entirely know why they would have done it here, but that is something that happens sometimes with dealer cars. I am so snotty. It is really dusty in this room right now, and it's making me build up a whole bunch of snot. So I'm going to do something really gross, but I'm going to mute my mic. Oh dear. I believe Ford did it with one of the recent Mustang GTs. As an option, you could get some taillights as a... Oh, okay then. Why is the soft top down, but the windows up? That's just a thing that happens. It really depends on why you've got the roof down and what the weather's like. It'll also reduce a lot of wind on you as well if you have the side windows up. Welcome, Ryuko. How's it going, bruh? Anyway, moving on to the next one. This one is much bigger and much chunkier. It reminds me of a different vehicle that we had submitted before, but, like, way more over-detailed. And yes, I am going to say that that is over-detailed. It looks messy. Leading lines don't work particularly well most of the time. Like, I can see a leading line go from here to here, but this here looks like it really interferes with that leading line. And it doesn't look like they've done the cutout correctly as well. I'm not sure. But that's kind of ruining the leading lines as well a little bit. It's just a bit... yeah, messy. Also, this middle line in the middle here, it really is messing up a lot of design flow here. A British sports car that's automatic? What kind of sacrilege is this? I mean, sometimes they were automatics, but a lot of the times they were manuals. In fact... a lot of small British-made sports cars, like my MGF, only came in manuals to start with. Then the later versions, they came with automatic as an option. I.e., been to the UK once and I saw no sports cars. Is that America flag? Hey, it is an America flag. 366, that's like a mid-size V8 by the looks of it. By what I think. I am here to hype the next automation update, including a notable beam update. Oh, what's the new notable beam update? Also, welcome Admiral Obvious. Kilrob's videos tend to waffle on a bit, so I didn't really watch the video all the way through. I'll be checking the TLDR notes when they get released. Automation limitation. You can't change the windshield color separately from the rest of the glass on the car, at least not easily. Yeah, you can. Got somebody here. Oh yeah, also I didn't say hello to Snop and King Cobra. Welcome, you two. Border 140 Tamers camping. Have fun camping, I suppose. A few things. I don't think Rob said anything about beam. Okay. Anyway, moving to here, we have some really big wheels and tires, and we have what looks to be a sports compound. Looking at the brakes, we have 2-piston vented brakes. Good work. Then we have double wishbone. Very standard. Nice. And then... it was doing oh so well until we got to the engine. Once again, we have an overhead camshaft, which is not American, really, at all. If this is meant to be like a top trim sports, like top level sort of thing, I can see it coming with extractors like this. So I'm not going to poo-poo that. But what do we got here? 4 valves per cylinder. No. That's not American. Now, this as a V8 manifold feels a lot better. Not the standard American plenum, but very, very close. Haven't played automation for a month, so I wonder what changed. In a month? Not actually a whole lot. And the suspension stuff should be less jank now. Don't know what you mean. 2000s Mustang did use singular... that was the, that was a really shit engine, though, to be honest. The Barra, which came out similar sort of time frame, I believe, had more power, I think. Which is wild. How they could have stuffed up that engine so much. Actually, you know what? I think that engine is older. I can't exactly remember. 3-wheelers could explode less? Oh, interesting. Nobody said that V8 is good. Well, the good thing about V8 is you can have more capacity without more resonance problems that you would get in, like, a 4-cylinder. You can just double the amount of cylinders, easily. Literally nothing has changed in automation in 1 month. Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe only, like, minor updates? I don't know. It's been a while since I've actually followed updates of any sort of game. Anyway, no front drive. At least they've done that correctly. Coming back to the rear. A lot of detail in there. Independent rear suspension, sure, why not? Double wishbone, and single piston brakes on the rear. Hopefully this thing doesn't have too much front bias on the brakes. Then the rear, same sort of thing. Over-designed. I don't like this lip here, or this trim bit here. Doesn't look quite right. This door handle, completely wrong for this sort of time. Usually nowadays, handles are hidden in like this trim bit here. And there's usually not even a key visible. No, that's not a key visible. Okay, well, I was wrong about that. No patches, nothing? Okay, then. Inside, big, beefy American-looking interior. Pretty good. I think I know what they've done here. Yeah. So, the center console for the standard modern dashboard is not great. So what they've done here is they've used the left and the right side, and then I believe the right side, but then like mirrored near the center, so it gives like a proper dashboard sort of look. And then they've made their own center console. Nice, well done. Is that meant to be a sequential shifter? Nah, bro. As I said about American V8's absolutely massive, but so little horsepower. From like the 70s to late 90s, I would totally agree with you. Even to like mid 2000s, I would agree with you. But from like the 2000s onwards, they started to get their power back. Thanks, I would say, mostly to Top Gear as well. Only a few V8s back in the 90s really had power to bother talking about. What is this meant to be? I know it's meant to be some sort of trim thing, but it looks... That looks messy. Some sort of pleated kind of roof liner. Very detailed. That's not playing. No. Nope. There we go. That's a little bit better. Anywho. Moving on. Then we've got this boy. Which... There was another one that was very similar that was meant to be done. And I liked both of them. So this one ended up getting the thumbnail. Otherwise, I think it might have been the other one. Why does single overhead cam even exist? It's better than pushrod. And not everybody was completely sold on the necessity of 16 valve. There were other limitations that the valve systems weren't the bottleneck at the time. So single overhead cam existed. Are you talking about single overhead cam 4 valve? I still believe in inline 4 supremacy. Fair enough. Single overhead cam is because it's an overhead... Yeah. What he's saying is why not just get 16 valve? Welcome, Nexus. April, I'm going to bed. Good night, everyone. Okay, see you later, C76. Anywho, this is looking pretty interesting. So we got that, dentation on the slitter sort of streaks here, which is something they used to see occasionally. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but why not, I suppose? Where does this flow? Does this actually flow anywhere? They've done such a good job with making this thing look like it's meant to flow that I thought they might have actually bothered to put flow on there. That would have been cool. Have they gone full flat floor as well? Yeah, so they've deliberately gone ahead and given this thing an actual flat floor, which means that airflow doesn't look like it's meant to come out there. Maybe it comes out on the driver. That would cause a lot of drag. Maybe you wouldn't want it to evacuate into the wheel wells. That is a disappointment. Where does that flow? There's a little bit of ventilation here, but that ventilation would be mostly for the wheel well. So, a lot of good work here, but not perfect. And then there's, like, they've got bits on here, but I'm not sure. Oh, I see what they've tried to do. They've tried to cover up the, the bonnet line here to make it look as if there is no bonnet line. Oh, interesting. Radiator maybe? Yeah, but the air has to go somewhere. If you just have an opening to a radiator and then it's a sealed off area, you're not going to get any flow of your radiator. It's just going to be an air dam. It's just going to catch air in it. Unless it like takes the air and expels it all the way at the back, which is possible, but there's not really much of an air tunnel by the looks of it here. Is this floor three-dimensional? It is a little bit. Maybe they could try to say that they put the air through here, but I just feel that what it is actually is a mistake. I do like the floor, though. That is very much a low production run floor design. Very much appreciated. Let's go in and have a look at the... Oh, 4 lugs. So, to have 4 lugs, the main reason would be your car is lightweight. And usually a lightweight car is also low power, unless you're going for a race car, which is low weight, high power, or medium power, I should say. So to get 4 lugs on a race car, that's very uncommon. Now, what sort of suspension do we reckon we have in here? I'm going to say double wishbone, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is a track-made car that they put pushrod in there. So let's have a look. We have single-sided brake. What are these tires? Semi-slick tires. Okay. That is not a default tire material. Is there some sort of mod that's put this into automation to have tire materials? If so, give me some of that, because that's something I've been thinking about doing myself, but I just don't know how to work with materials in automation, so I'd have to basically ask people every single step of the way. 2-piston, standardized push rod. Hey, okay. As I said, they've made their own tube chassis up here. Interesting. This probably wouldn't need to go quite so far forward. You would only have like a squared off section here, maybe.